Hello everybody, welcome back to Dawn of War 3, and you'll notice that I have brought us back to the point of the mission where we failed last time, because, you know, I didn't really want to sit around and make you guys watch the same mission over and over again, because if we can say one thing about this game, it's that it has many flaws, and pacing of some of these campaign missions is one of them. And are we charged yet? Nope. Yep. Nope. Maybe. Nearly. Oh, there we go. Excellent. There we go. What the hell was that music? Cutscene time. These guys are far too nice to each other to be orcs. That is not how orcs... No, that is too nice. Okay, the orcs are a bit weird. Let's quickly buzz through the experience. I will cut this bit out and get us to this. And now we're playing as the Eldar and Farseer Matcha. Driven by prophecy, the Eldar invasion of Cyprus ultimate... Because of course they're driven by prophecy. The Eldar don't do anything that's not driven by prophecy. That's all they do. Ooh, Farseer, what shall we have for breakfast today? Toast. Why? Because I have foreseen it. All threats, human and orc alike, must be eliminated to protect the future they envision. See, it's like, oh, everything. Oh, well, I saw it in the future. Great, fantastic. Thank you very much. How about looking with your eyes once instead of your weird psychic magic juju? Warboars get stubborn and prey, however, forcing the subtle hand of Farseer Matcha. So obviously we have seen Matcha before in Dawn of War. Okay, cutscene. Okay. So, Farseer Matcha, or Maca, apparently. If you're... I'm going to start playing the Dawn of War 1 game again, and doing a bit more of a series on that before... Hold on, let me sip my tea. Perfect, there we go. I'm going to be playing some more Dawn of War 1 at some point soon, because I would like to get the whole story put up onto YouTube, but the point being that Matcha is a key character in Dawn of War 1. Now, yes, it means she definitely survives the story. Singing Spear, throws Singing Spear, pierces, doing damage and knockback to unit passes through spear, remains where it lands, increasing damage in a circle. Okay, that's cool. Psychoblast. Psychic energy around her spear causes damage as carrying her spear, damage increasing. Spear is cast, increases attack damage and reduces. Okay, yep. Causes stasis to enemies in the circle. Yeah. That's pretty cool. What's this? Match is present last jump. When a match is deployed, instead of dying, elite units temporarily enter stasis and heal. That's really good. Get stuck in. We've got a Singing Spear. There we go. There we go. Come on. Finish him off. So that Dire Avenger squad should be a little bit more competent in melee combat than that. Restore battle focus shields. What is battle focus exactly? Shield, normal armor, health, yeah, blah blah. Increases speed and shield regeneration while the unit is in the psychic radius of a webway gate. Fine, cool, okay. Doesn't really tell me about battle focus though, does it? Excellent. It restores battle focus, I know this, but I don't really know what that is. Right. So what is battle focus? That'd be really, really handy to know. Yes, but there's literally no... I don't know what battle focus is. You've not told me. That would be a really, really handy thing to know. It doesn't say. Yep. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Primary objective, we have rescued some Eldar. Can we have the HQ thing yet? I need to reinforce. Okay. So now we can reinforce this Dire Avenger squad. So Dire Avengers are treated as the basic Eldar combat unit in this game. And there we go, just sending all those out. Excellent. So let's go and capture that cover. They didn't need to reinforce. No, they didn't. Excellent. Okay, so we'll send the other Dire Avengers up there as well. So Dire Avengers are the basic unit that the Eldar have in this game. Now, interestingly, very interestingly, they had in Dawn of War 1 Guardians, and that is because Guardians are actually the basic warriors of the Eldar race. Guardians are Eldar who have, I believe, now my Eldar lore is not top-notch here, but I believe the Guardians are Eldar who have, I'm taking another sip here, beg your pardon. I believe Guardians are Eldar who have answered the call to war when the Craft world, their home world, a giant spaceship-sized, a giant planet-sized spaceship world, rather than a physical planet. They answer the call when their home world, Craft world, has come under attack, hence why they're called Guardians. They guard the home world. Dire Avengers are a member of one of the... Thank you. Dire Avengers are a member of one of the Eldar... Sorry, so that's our upgrade structure. Warrior Portal, there we go, excellent. Yeah, Dire Avengers are one of the aspect shrines. We'll put on there because it looks cool. Yeah, aspect shrines. So the Eldar have several aspect shrines to which warriors flock to learn the skills of war. Now, the Dire Avengers are one of them. They are all-around combat warriors. They are skilled at ranged combat, melee combat, etc., etc. These Howling Banshees are another one. They are incredibly skilled at melee combat and are equipped with masks which emit a terrifying, terrible screaming noise. And as a result, when you are nearby the Banshee mask in 40k tabletop, anyway, that causes your units to suffer a debuff, and I'm assuming that it's something similar in this game. When charging into melee, Howling Banshee lets out a psychosonic scream, causes slowing. Yeah, so it slows them down. That's fair. Cool. Excellent. So we've got 2 sets of aspect warriors here. So Maka is going to group up with the Howling Banshees because they're all speedy and go into melee and stuff. The Dire Avengers are close combat. Are general purpose melee unit. Melee? Why am I saying melee? What's wrong with me? My words. Bleh. Slap myself in the back of the head. Are general purpose combat units. Group 2. So like area detection, warp, Bone Singer can teleport, repair. So it's basically the Bone Singer from Dawn of War 1. That's fair. Let's give ourselves an upgrade shrine as well. Cool. So I'm just going to relocate. That's a feature that all the Eldar buildings have. And connect webways. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. Right, I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes building up some structures, and I will cut out the actual process of building up the forces, but I will be back very shortly. Okay, so we're moving on further. A structure is available to relocate. Okay, I'm not sure which one. Oh, yeah, right, okay, no, we're waiting for the... Yeah, got it. Yeah, I'm going to save up for that so we can actually build up the new Viper jet bikes. Let's have a look. Webway gate. No, it takes 30. Yeah, so I'm just not going to build one. Cool, simple as. So let's keep moving down here. Because here we've got one of our target objectives. Get the Vipers up there. Ooh, what are they? Oh, they're just upgraded shooter boys. Keep throwing that over there. There we go. Cool. Do that. There we go. Sort that. Those bloody warp webway gates are loud as hell. Oh, hello. One of our Dire Avenger squads has just been eliminated. That was, well spotted, me. Let's see who needs to go up there. You do. Yes, they are. Well spotted. Okay, have we captured it yet? Oh, you can build... no, hold on. The HQ. Webway assembly. There we go. That can do it. Okay, so we've been given a bonus objective to go and destroy some Orc convoys. I don't actually see an objective for it on the map. Ah, I see. There it is. Okay, cool. Right, I would really like to heal that Dire Avenger. The Banshee unit that's been injured. That'd be great. Okay, let's go and destroy these convoys. Alright, where are they? Ah, there they are. 2 trucks. Cool. Well, we might actually end up losing one of their units. That's fine. That didn't work, so I was trying to be too clever there, I think. Come on. There we go. Excellent. Okay, let's see. We've got 2 towers over here in this direction and 1 on the left, so I think it's up. We'll go right first. Can we actually go into the webway? No, we can't. Okay, let's we're gonna have to send this Howling Banshee unit back, unfortunately. So yes, no, normally at this point in the game I would be either so riveted that I can't talk about anything else and just go, oh, explosions, fancy light, oh, looks cool, ah, amazing stuff, and you will notice that I haven't been doing that at the moment. There's a very good reason for that. I am realizing, I've come to realize just how much of a letdown this game actually is. It's too arcadey. It's far too arcadey. It's not... Oh, hello. Oh, brilliant. Shoot. Bye.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you.
Sorry, guys. Yep, that would have been good to... There we go. Okay, so we're definitely going to need... now that we've got all of our resources started to sorting... words. It's actually really hard to commentate sometimes. This is the third mission we've had of this game so far. And I'm actually really starting to realise by now that this is just... It's too arcadey. The feel is not smooth and tight and crisp like you get with the original Dawn of War games. Particularly Dawn of War 2, which I've gone down on record as saying I think is an incredibly good, well-made and well-defined sci-fi RTS game. It's very well done. It put forward all the hallmarks for games like Company of Heroes 2, which is an incredible strategy game. As RTSs go, Relic makes some of the best ones. They've got some amazing titles out there, and unfortunately in this one they've just trimmed it down so much, dumbed it down, and they're coming here, aren't they? Yep, going to have to focus on attacking them over here. They've stripped it down so much and made it so simplistic that it just has no soul. Part of the fun was the complexity, the detail. Here, there's no detail at all. It sounds dumb, but the fact that they bothered to tutorialize the hell out of everything in the original games meant that you were fully aware of what was going on all the time with absolutely everything. You felt the detail given to you in the first few missions, explaining who the characters were, the setup, with the narrative and things like that. It, combined with the detailed tutorial and explanation of how the game worked, meant that you were fully invested in not just the game, but the characters and the lore and the story and absolutely everything about it. And I'm trying to talk whilst killing all these orcs, and it's actually surprisingly hard to do. There we go, keep going. Yes, you've already said that line though, Maka. Yep, kill these ones over here, please, guys. There we go. Yeah, so I'm starting to get the impression that part of the problem with this is that there's just no real detail to it. Everything is just a carbon copy stamp of everything else that's similar to it. So we've got a series of units here, for example, that we are familiar with, we've been told what they are, and that's, you know, roughly about as far as we get. We don't really... Yeah, we don't really get a lot on... customization, for example. I'm kind of rambling a bit because I just want to put all my thoughts down on paper, inverted commas, so to speak, because I want to do a proper little review on this, because this game is actually very important to me. Dawn of War 1 was one of the most important games of my, you know, younger formative years, and I spent a long time playing it. I invested a lot of hours into it. And so I want the Dawn of War series to be good. I want this series to thrive, to continue going from strength to strength. And as much as some people prefer the base building aspect of Dawn of War 1, thought that made it a better game because there was a lot more complexity to the resource management, etc., I found I preferred Dawn of War 2 because the actual combat was more tactical and the game itself felt a lot more polished. Purely because I really hate the concept of winning a game by just building a bunch of troops, control-alting or grabbing all of them in a box like that, and then sending them over to the opponent's base and winning the game. I hate that so much. There's no tactical diversity to it. There's no micromanagement involved. You just click all your dudes, send them over to the base, and you win the game. That's dumb. I hate it. But you know what? Some people prefer it, so I can't argue that that is probably the right direction to go. If most people prefer that style of game, that's fine, okay? I still enjoy playing the first Dawn of War game with its expansions, so that in itself is not the issue. The concept of having to change the way I like to play based on that's not something I genuinely have a problem with. Like, you know, it's just the way the game plays. Fine, cool. The issue comes with the fact that Dawn of War 1 had a lot of complexity. Unit customization was pretty big. There were a big variety of units, and it was made clear exactly who those units were and what they did. Do you remember that in the first tutorial sort of missions, you didn't get anything other than basic Space Marine squads to play with, because they wanted you to get familiar with them and understand them. They wanted you to fully understand the units that you had to control, to who they were, what their place in the lore was, absolutely everything, until you felt fully invested in the setting of this game. It was done perfectly, and the same with Dawn of War 2. And I think the issue we have is that the game has become so much of just a grab everything and click fest that there is no real soul to it anymore. We don't get that detailed tutorial play. We don't get the... I'm really getting my ass handed to me here, sorry. You have to bear with me. Where's Maka? She's over there. Why has she switched to ranged? Where's Maka? There we go. Move them all there. There we go. Yeah. So it just feels really dry in comparison to the previous versions. I can't say that this is a game style that I approve of, and part of the problem I've found is that when you start to do things like multiplayer, the real cracks begin to emerge. It's not just a slightly bland single-player campaign. You know, it's genuinely causing problems in terms of the multiplayer as well, because the style of the gameplay becomes... What? No, they haven't! No, they haven't! What the hell is wrong with you, game? Are you joking me? Are you absolutely joking me? You've got to be kidding, right? That is not fair. That is not fair at all. Okay, anyway, yeah, it's just the unit controls are not good in comparison to the old Dawn of War. The unit customization is not good in comparison to the old Dawn of War. There's no real investment, to summarize neatly. Yeah, to summarize the faults that I have, I think... Yeah, to summarize the faults that I have there in a couple of sentences, I just feel it feels very empty, very bland, and I just have no real investment to the characters, the story, or the units, because it's just been pushed out really quickly. It's like, here we are, here's the thing, explosions, excitement, fun. It's like, no, that's not fun in an RTS. That's fun in something like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Here's a big explosion with lots of buildings falling over. Brilliant. Where's the brain? Where's the heart? Where's the soul to the game? It's just so cardboard cutout and design committee by numbers. Design by numbers committee. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like I'm getting aggravated over it purely because it's such an important game. Because Warhammer 40k is changing. It's changing big time. There is a lot of new stuff going on in the 40k universe. And things like the video games are one of the things that draw people in. I would not be a fan of Warhammer 40k if it was not for the original Dawn of War. And look at me now. I worked for Games Workshop for a couple of years. I'm sitting in a study which you guys have seen on this channel, has got posters of 40k all over the walls. I just spent from 10 o'clock this morning until I got back about an hour ago playing Warhammer 40k in Battlefleet Gothic tabletop games, and I'm now playing a Warhammer 40k computer game. I love this universe. I absolutely love it. It is detailed, it is well written, it is a superb universe for games to be made and developed in, and you cannot screw it up so badly, right? You cannot afford to screw it up so badly, I mean, when you've got a rich history of games behind you. The story of the first Dawn of War games was brilliant. I loved it. It was, well, there were a couple of incongruities here and there, like cornate sorcerers and things like that, but it was, you know, it was a good game with a lot of charm, and it was well balanced and fun. Obviously, then there were the balance issues with Winter Assault, and then they just spiraled all the way down to Soulstorm, and I really don't envy, who was it? Ironworks? Ironwork Creative, I think? The guys who actually developed the Soulstorm game. I feel sorry for those guys because they get so much bad press, which, you know, it's well justified. The game had a lot of problems, but the publishers pushed it out a little bit too far. But yeah, there were balance issues here and there. But the games were fun. They had a lot of soul. And again, it sounds dumb. One, tutorialize everything. Make it clear what's going on. You'll notice I've had to read the descriptions for all the abilities that these characters have because I've not been told what they do. Okay? Whereas in the original Dawn of Wars, you'd find characters giving you an in-character description of what their abilities were and what they were going to do with them. You do not get that at all in games like Dawn of War 3. And that's a shame, because it really does help you understand what you're doing and what you're supposed to do. Second of all, I think the cartoony aesthetic, fine. That's not an issue in and of itself. The issue is apparent, though, when the cartoony aesthetic mixes with a lack of actual detail on the gameplay level. Now, I know that it's sometimes difficult to or it's wrong to criticize an aesthetic just because you don't like it, and I don't. I will admit I do not like the cartoony Warcraft-esque aesthetic, given that Warhammer 40k is supposed to be grim and dark. However, having said that, I think I'm entirely justified in saying that we have definitely got a game here which has got a lack of detail, a massive lack of detail, and combine the fact that the game no longer has that grim, dark aesthetic and has replaced it with a cartoony sort of aesthetic. It feels like they've kind of just gone and done a bit of a rush job. I mean, like, the graphics look nice. I'm not complaining about that. They look nice, but it makes you feel that the game as a whole has suffered from a bit of a rushed job, because there's a lot of things here that on second glance you'd think, that doesn't work. That really doesn't work. Let's think more carefully about, oh, Dire Avenger, move, you stupid man. Cool, okay. And you start to think, well, that doesn't really work. You know, you start to realise that I'm rambling far too much. My point being, and I will stop straight after this. Oh, you need to, bollocks, you need, yeah. See, this is actually helping me kind of explain one of my points, I think. I think that the insistence on fast pace that's going on here, they've tried to go for a Dawn of War 1 style base building, big armies mechanic, whereas that's not really suitable for the rushed, fast-paced gameplay we've got going on here. So, the reason I mentioned the multiplayer is because well, there we go. It's because it is entirely true, I think, that this game is overly fast-paced, and in the multiplayer you notice this because the style of gameplay is very much like a MOBA, a multiplayer online battle arena, like League of Legends, or something similar to League of Legends. There we go, keep going, come on, don't stop. There we go. See, like, there is no strategy involved here. At this point, you can only just, you know, click and hold and drag all your units and hope that it works. But yeah, my point being that this is frighteningly close to being a MOBA when it's in multiplayer form. It really is. It really, really is. And I say that because the gameplay style is very similar. The maps are built like a MOBA. They've got hold on, let me just try and get through this combat first. Yeah, they've got bases on either side of the map. They have very, very, very little in terms of objective variety. You've just got to go and knock out a series of elements in your enemy's base. You first knock out the shields, then you knock out the turrets, then you knock out the actual base itself. And that... okay, where's the fun in that if you're just playing that over and over and over and over again? To couple it off, we also see a few elements of the map design being almost MOBA inspired. They seem to look like a MOBA. Sorry, it is actually really... I know what it is. I know exactly what the problem is here. Hold on. Where are you? Where's my... there we go. Hold on. Yeah, there's my thing. Right, I'm trying to talk, and the gameplay volume is just far too loud, and that's why I can't concentrate. I apologise. So yes, I do feel half the time like I'm playing a MOBA when I'm playing the multiplayer on this game. I've done a couple of matches so far. So you got a map with the elements that I've described in terms of how you win the game, coupled with two or three corridors, linear corridors. That's it, and a big central area to scrap over in the middle. And it's League of Legends in all but name, which sucks. Really sucks. That's not how Dawn of War's supposed to be at all. So yes, I'm going to move on and finish up this mission, but I will be doing a full review of the game at some point soon, when I can. But I think I'll try and get a good way through the campaign first, before I do a review. It doesn't seem fair otherwise. So, just a thing that as we're making our final approach on the last Orc Bastion here, one thing that I just noticed, which I think is well worth mentioning, especially in the context of not having been tutorialized stuff, True Line of Sight is used in this game, like in Company of Heroes 2. That wasn't told, that wasn't informed at all, and that was something that I think was very important to tutorialize back in Company of Heroes, because it's it's a thing that a lot of strategy games, RTS games particularly, that players who aren't familiar with that system won't know, because especially a lot of classics, old classics, won't have it. Oh yeah, and destructible scenery. That was in Dawn of War 2. I missed that. If he's back, like... Ah, right, of course. The area has just opened up. Of course, flip it out. Okay. So, we spent all that time protecting the flipping thing, and it just blew itself. Oh, fantastic. Exactly what we wanted. There we go, just overwhelming firepower, that's how you do it. Rather imperial attitude to things, but you know. And he's going down. Perfectly done. There we go, and Git Stomper is dead. How surprising. Orcs backstabbing each other. Good God. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I know this episode was a little bit more ranty than previous ones, but I think it's important that we get our feelings on the game out, because that's why we're here, is to play a game and have fun and enjoy ourselves. And if there are problems with that, then it's important to discuss them, especially in something as important as the third installment of a series. So, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you did, because it really does help out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see a bit more of this sort of stuff in the future. I will be playing the entirety of Dawn of War all the way through to the end, and I will be starting again with Dawn of War 1 and then Dawn of War 2 and all relevant expansions for both games as soon as I'm finished with Dawn of War 3, because obviously that is now the new hotness and I am jumping on that bandwagon. I'll see you next time. Take care.